Hi, I'm George Heckman, Vice President of Sales for the Northern Division at Good Guys. It's good to be talking to you again today. You know, in the last tape and at the recent vendor trainings, we've emphasized that we need every product specialist to increase their income by at least 10% over last year. You know, it's interesting today, right today, after you watch this tape, there's going to be hundreds of times in our stores. Unfortunately, we're going to have product specialists walk what is the equivalent of a $72,000 sale. That's right, $72,000. Because remember, research has shown that a customer typically over their lifetime will either directly purchase or directly influence the purchase of about $72,000 worth of consumer electronics merchandise. That means whatever they're in the store to buy today, be it a cable or an adapter or a whole new system, is just a small piece of that $72,000 sale that they'll ultimately make. So building our clientele and getting those repeat customers is very important to you if you are indeed going to build your income by 10%. You can only do that if you use the 5 steps of the sale each and every time you come into a contact with a new customer. In our last tape, we talked about asking for the sale, the mere asking for the sale for a customer to buy today. You know, you can't really ask for the sale successfully until you've overcome the customer's objections. Now, some of us could argue whether overcoming objections is the 3rd, 4th, or 5th step of the sale. You know, once you've asked for the sale, a customer may say no, or say, I'm not quite ready yet, or I have to think about it. So we need to overcome objections yet again after we've asked for the sale to successfully close the sale. So today we're going to focus on that in this tape. You know, we introduced the Mystery Shopper program over the past few months. Many of you have been involved in that, and that's helping us track how we're doing on executing the 5 steps of the sale. I'm going to turn it over to Bob Ghaznavi right now, Vice President of Sales for the Southern Division, and he's going to review for you how we're doing on these important measures.
Thanks, George. I just want to give you guys an update on Mystery Shopping Report. Now, we've been doing this for a few months, and here's how we did last month. Question number 1. How long was the shopper in the department before you assist them? We scored a 76% last month, compared to 76% the month before. Question number 2. Did you, the product specialist, ask questions to determine the shopper's needs? We scored a 75%. The previous month, we scored 76%. Question number 3. Did you, the product specialist, present options that met the shopper's stated needs? Well, we scored an 80%, which is a great improvement over the previous month of 71. So great job. Question number 4. Did you, the product specialist, demonstrate how the product works? Last month, we scored a 73%. The month before that, we scored a 76%. Slight decline. Question number 5. Did you, the product specialist, ask the shoppers to make the purchase today? We scored a 54%. Which was a great decline from the previous month of 61%. Remember, you have to ask for the sale. Question number 6. Did you, the product specialist, attempt to overcome the objections that the shoppers had to purchase the product? Well, we did much better, and we scored a 62% compared to 56% the previous month. All right, I want to congratulate you guys again on question number 3, and that was, did you present options to meet the customer's need? And we scored an 80%. Great job. The month before that, we scored a 71%, and that's a great improvement. Now remember, last month, we went over some best practices on asking for the sale. This month, we want to go over some best practices on how to overcome objections. And for that, here are some of our top-notch product specialists in Pacific Northwest.
If you're on a personal level with your customer, when you get that objection, they'll listen to your answer a lot more. They won't think that you're so much trying to get money out of them. They think you're more interested in making sure that this is the right product for them. And the key there, once again, is just really listening to what they have to say. And through the process of qualifying, you can often find the answer to their objection before they even come up with it. And price is sometimes an issue, but one thing I found about price is that if you bring up the 60-day low price guarantee in the beginning of the sale, it's like towards the approach and not towards the close, then that's usually an objection you'll run into all that often. When we get an objection, we've got to take that as a challenge and take it as a bit of information. Look at it like a way in instead of a way out. You want to hear it, you want to cushion it, you want to handle it, and you want to confirm it.
Well, first thing I always do is I try to make sure that they know that they're shopping at the good guys and that we guarantee our prices for 60 days. And also that I want to get them into the right product for them. Well, I'll make sure that the customer knows I hear their objections, that I'm listening, and that they have my full attention. Just do your best, do your customer justice, and they'll be loyal to you and they'll come back.
But usually an objection means that it's something that you missed in the qualifying stages. And it means you need to hone your skills a little bit better. No, N-O, means K-N-O-W. No means I don't know enough to make an educated, confident decision in buying the product. You have to make that person, beyond the shadow of a doubt, just completely sure that they're making the right decision.
Objections are a great thing, actually, because it shows that at least you got a level of interest in the product, that you're actually getting to the point, why aren't they buying that? And so you have a chance to overcome that. If you don't have the objection, then obviously you haven't generated enough interest in the product. You got to validate the objection. You can't just let it go and say, oh, that's not right, because that's argumentative. You're never going to get anywhere. So you really have to listen to what they say, hear it, and let them know you hear it by even repeating it back to them. You can handle a lot of objections in the qualifying process. When it comes down to handle that objection, then you've already basically, you know what you're up against before you've even gone there. So you can work through your presentation, overcoming that objection before it becomes an objection. The first thing you got to do is hear it. You want to make sure that the customer knows that you know what their objection is. Then you want to cushion and make sure that they know that it's okay to feel like that. The next part, handle it, is where you actually are doing the overcoming the objection. You can't jump right into handle it. You have to hear and cushion it first. Confirming it is going to be, once you've overcome the objection, you want to make sure you have their buy-in on it. So ask them a question like, does that make sense, or is that handle the question or the problem? Just make sure that you've overcome the objection right there, because they may still need some more information. Getting an objection is a huge buying sign, and that's where you should really kind of put in a little bit extra effort into that part of the sale, because you know you got a buyer at that point.
Now you notice that there are some common themes. You got to listen to your customers. A no is actually a request for more information. And proper qualifying in the beginning of the sale can actually give you less objections at the end. Now, again, congratulations on your 80% score, and I'm going to give it back to George.
So there you go. Some very effective and easy to use techniques for overcoming objections and so many of the sales that you'll encounter probably today when you're out on the sales floor. Just like I did in the last tape, I'm going to challenge each of you to go out there and use these techniques today to help you gain new clients. Remember, each client, each customer over the course of their lifetime is going to either purchase or directly influence the purchase of $72,000 worth of merchandise. By successfully overcoming the objections the customer has to buying at Good Guys today, you can close a sale, earn a customer for life, and realize the tremendous rewards that are available to all of us if you do so. So let's get out there, let's have some great selling, provide some great customer service, and look forward to talking to you next month. Thank you.